My name is Petra Buffet. Today I'll be doing a horse health check. This is my horse Chance and my handler Bree. Bree, can I have you come stand on the same side as me? For safety reasons, you want your handler to be on the same side as you while you're doing procedures. The first thing we're going to talk about is the general appearance of a horse. So you want to get to know your individual horse's behavior. If a horse is really excited to meet you every day and then one day he's standing in the back of a stall not saying hi, you might know that something's wrong. A big one to look at is their appetite. Horses have a great healthy appetite, and if they're being a picky eater, this can be indication of something wrong. Or if their eyes are dull, they should be bright and perky, and their coat should be very glossy, shiny, and this is a really good indicator of overall health. And also their movement, if they're lame or their posture is off, like they're cocking one hind leg, this can also be an indicator that something's wrong. So the first check we're going to do today is mucous membranes, and these are taken on the conjunctiva of the eye and the gums. So what we're looking for is that they're pink and they're moist. So to take it on Mira's eye, this is preferably not the best option. You'd rather take it on the gums since their eyes are more sensitive. But you're going to come up and let them know you're here. And then just pull it down. Good boy. And then you can see the inside of the membrane. Good boy. And that's pink and moist, so it's healthy. To do it near the mouth, you're going to let him know you're there. Rub your hand down his face. Then just grasp the lips and lift up. Good boy. If the horse's gums or membranes are yellow, that can indicate jaundice, which is a liver condition related to a liver condition. Fiery red would be fever or infection. Bluish, lack of oxygen. Pale would be dehydration or shock. The next thing we're going to talk about is capillary refill time. Capillary refill time is taken by pressing your finger into the horse's gums and releasing. This should pop back to normal color, like light pink color, in at least 1 to 2 seconds. If not, this can mean that the horse is slightly dehydrated or shocky. So to do that, we're just going to let them know you're here, lift up, be careful not to get bitten, grasp the lips, press your thumb in, and then release. Good boy. I'm going to do that one more time. Press your thumb in and release. And it's pop right back to normal. To take the pulse, there's two main places: external maxillary artery just underneath the jaw, and the radial artery, which runs along the back of the knee. These two places are quite easy to see. You want to watch out for the back legs kicking around. The other place you can take is the digital artery. However, this artery, which runs below the fetlock along the pastern, is usually only felt if there's heat in the feet, there's something wrong with your leg. So that's a good indication of a problem in the foot. Not a good place to take your normal pulse. So to take the pulse, I'm going to use the external maxillary artery underneath his chin. I'm going to use my two front fingers and I'm going to feel around to feel a good pulse. And then I'm going to time the beats for 10 seconds and multiply that by 6 to get some beats per minute. Okay. Ready, go. So I got 6 beats in the 10 seconds, and I'm going to multiply that by 6 to get the beats per minute. So 6 times 6, 36, and that's well within the range of 32 to 44 beats per minute, which is normal for a horse. Next, I'm going to do the skin pinch test, which is taken along the side of his neck. Sometimes they get a little antsy, so you want to, pet him, make him feel like it's okay. Oh boy. It can be taken right here on the skin on his neck or above his eye. This is not a good place, preferably because the eyes are more sensitive. You're going to just lightly grab, pull up, pinch. Skin should snap back to normal in 1 to 2 seconds. Good boy. If it doesn't snap right back to normal, that can indicate dehydration. And then I would go to the gums and check to see if the gums were dry. If the gums are dry, then he probably is dehydrated. This test you need to be careful of because with an older horse, their skin's less pliable, so that can make it snap back not quite as fast also. Heart rate is taken Ho ho. I'm going to face the back of the horse, feel down his legs so he knows I'm here. Good boy. It's taken right here on the heart girth area, on the chest. So I'm going to take my stethoscope. I'm going to get my timer out, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did for pulse. I'm going to time for 10 seconds and then multiply that by 6. So I'm going to feel around. It might take a little bit to find a good pulse. Okay, there you go. Ready, go. So I got 6 beats, and which is the same as the pulse, which is good because pulse and heart rate should be the same. Sometimes a little off because of human counting error. But I'm going to multiply 6 by 6, and I get 36, which is still in the normal range of 32 to 44 beats per minute. Next, we're going to look at respiration. So respiration is taken by watching the horse's flank come in and out, and one of those is 1 breath. So I'm going to time my horse's breath going out and in for 15 seconds, and I'm going to use the timer on my phone. And then I'm going to multiply the number I get by 4 to get breaths per minute. Alright, ready? So I got 3 breaths, and he's pretty calm and relaxed right now, so that's normal. I'm going to multiply 3 by 4, and I get 12. So the normal range for a horse is 8 to 16, or if they're more excited, it can be 10 to 20. The respiration is, can be changed by their stress, their exercise, etc. And so the one thing you really need to be careful of is if you get an inverted respiration rate. That's when your breathing is faster than your heart rate. This is a very serious condition. You would immediately need to get hold of your vet. Alright, so next we're going to talk about gut sounds. These are taken in all 4 quadrants of the horse's gut, which is on their barrel. So I'm going to listen here, and the same on the other side. Ho ho. Easy. So you want to let them know that you're here. The flank is a rather sensitive part. Have your hand on the same side as you, and then be facing the hind end of the horse. I'm just going to use my ear and listen. Ho. And I should hear a low gurgling sound, which I did on this side, in all 4 quadrants. Alright, now I'm going to go to the other side of my horse, but can you move with me? Oh, good boy. Okay, good. So here is low rumblings in all 4 quadrants. What you do not want to hear is silence or a rushing sound. It means there is a disruption in the GI tract. Take the temperature. You're going to need petroleum jelly, a thermometer. I also have a digital thermometer here. If you're going to use a mercury thermometer, you are going to need to shake it down below 98 degrees like this. And then you also need a string attached to it that you can hold on to when you insert it into the horse. I'm not going to use a mercury thermometer today. I'm going to use a digital thermometer. If you are using a mercury thermometer, you want to leave it in 2 to 3 minutes. And with the digital thermometer, you just leave it until it beeps. I'm using my digital thermometer and also with the mercury thermometer. You want to first cover it in petroleum jelly or Vaseline. So I'm going to stick it in there, put a bunch on it, rub it around. This is so it slides in nice and smooth. Good boy. And a normal horse's temperature is 99.5 to 101.5. And the average normal temperature is 100.4. Anything above 102 is considered a fever, and you could take this down by giving bute. So we're going to come up to him, let him know we're here. Easy. You want to stand to the side of your horse, grasp his tail, and then as you're back here, turn on your thermometer. So push the button. And then I'm going to take his tail, hold it to the side. Good boy. And I'm just going to insert it whole. about 2 to 3 inches and push the button and wait till it beeps. Good boy. So I got 99.6, so that's normal for this horse. And if a horse is in direct sunlight or hot weather, and sometimes their temperature is slightly elevated, and also be very careful when you're removing it from the horse's rectum. You don't want to rip it out. Good boy. And then with it, you can read it on the digital thermometers before you wipe it off, but you always want to wipe it off. You can use, if you don't have a rag, you can use a horse's tail. Just rub it off. And you also want to do the same with the digital thermometer before you try to read it. And this is a very happy, healthy horse. And thank you for listening to my presentation.